as normal, that you do like we did with the other riders, almost the first part a bit by yourself, so I have a little bit time to look first from what is going on before I have an opinion. when that happens with the change, that's actually what you have to correct. You understand that because I thought you prepare for counter-canter, I suppose, eh? So that is where it's not a big deal, but just to be clear in the communication, the point is if you let him go like this, he thinks that's the way I have to do it because nobody, and that's actually the same thing as that why I have to react, you understand? If I don't say anything on that moment, then you get the feeling, oh, it's probably okay. Do it next time again, nobody cares. And that is just in the relationship and in the communication that we say again, we don't have to make a big deal for the mistake, but the mistake is a little bit our duty to say, oh, that was not what I asked you to do, and then you bring, in this case you have to bring him back to the trot, and then I don't know if that was possible. In principle you have to pick him up in the right canter and do a little piece of counter canter, then you can make the trot yourself back to the canter back to the trot, and then do left trot on the left side. So if that happens, we don't complain too much about the mistake, but more about how we react on the mistake. So, and now you're the same over here. You bring him back, and you try to pick him up in the left canter. Good. Keep left flexion, and your right leg a little bit behind the girth, and your body weight a little bit on the left side. That you do everything to give him the good information. Although he made a beautiful flying change, that was not the case. But you didn't ask for that. So keep flexion left. When you change the rein for counter canter, you keep on purpose a little bit flexion left. On purpose you keep your right leg a little bit more clear behind the girth. You stretch your left leg, that not your left leg comes behind. So take care that your left leg is on the girth. And you keep your body weight a bit on the left side. Don't use too much the right rein. Don't come too much on the right rein. And bring him back. That's why we have to be careful with the turn to the right, that we not bring the turn to the right in by using your right rein, because then he makes, and that's what we saw happen over there, then he makes the change, not by the leg, but on the moment that you introduce your right turn by using your right rein, up, he feels the rein and he changes. So he must stay in the left flexion, and if you want to make the turn to the right, you turn more the shoulder in the direction where you want to go rather than that you turn the head where you want to go. Yeah, stay right, he is okay. He gives you already a little bit help. So you pick up the right canter. And there we have again the same thing. The horse knows the job. And the point is, the horse who knows a flying change finds the flying change easier than the counter canter. And from here, it's fine if you do the flying change, but not that you accept it. Yeah, exactly, I can live with that. That makes sense. But not that you say, oh, it was actually also a little bit what I was supposed to do, so let him go. Because your canter and your contact is not too bad. It's not that we complain about that. That's actually quite nice. That's an okay beginning. Exactly. And you keep the flexion left, and your right leg a little bit behind the girth, and if you turn to the right, you turn without using almost your right rein. There we go. Then he gets the good information. And otherwise, he becomes a bit confused. That's not naughty behaving. He's a bit confused because part is the aid for the counter canter, part you do a little bit that is the preparation to the flying change. And because he's saying, oh, if I can do that quickly change, I get nicely rid of that difficult counter canter, and then he does what he likes the best. So that's a typical example. If you want to change direction, that you change the shoulder. Don't let him go. Don't let him go. Bring him back, trotting and canter left. Canter left, outside left canter. Take time, but he must go back to the left canter. Good. So you use your right rein as less as possible. Not even to make him supple on the right. Even if he is a little bit stiff on the right, you wait, Bring him back. You didn't ask for that. Even if he becomes a little bit heavy or stiff on that right rein, don't correct it in that situation from the turn. Leave it like it is and do it later on when you are back in the right. Oh, is it there? If it is the right canter when you are back on the right lead, and then you correct it. But not in the counter canter. Otherwise, that's a choice you make. And that is the point, the value and the good things of the flying change, but that's the same with other exercises. That only makes sense when you ask it on the moment the horse is ready for it, and for sure on the moment that you want it yourself. And that they not bring it in as a misunderstanding or as an escape from something that they even find hard. Good. Little bit more riding into the corners when he is so nice that you, tomorrow we will pay even more attention to that. We didn't do that too much today, but that's for sure one thing we have to focus on, that we use the corners a little bit better. Good, so that's nice trot. It's always a bit with the same checkpoints we start with. So make a transition to walk, that we make a few transitions before we go into the ladder. So, and then you must feel what happens in that transition. When he makes the neck stiff, and without changing anything in his position or balance, he came in the walk. And that's the same thing. On the moment that you feel that he makes himself stiff, you don't let the walk happen. You stay in the shortening of the trot, you stay in the preparation, you keep the activity, you correct him in the through-knees, and that's done. Maybe, it depends how long that takes. If that takes too long, then we go forward in the trot, and on another place we try again. If that correction comes through quite okay, then it still can happen on that moment. But don't let him go into that. So that is already better. But that is why we said also to the other riders, do a few times the transition in the gate. You understand? You do the whole preparation, but you just don't allow him to go in the walk. Yeah, exactly. And then on that last moment, where you don't allow him to go in the walk, you must pay attention to that throughness in the neck. So make him soft in the neck, make him softer in the neck before you go forwards again. So stay a few steps longer in that shortening. Give yourself more time to make him complete. So make him relaxed in the pull, in the trot. Don't let him go in walk. Don't let him go in walk. Just shorten him, bring him close to the, and make him here, stay in trot, and make him softer in the neck. Make him softer in the neck before you go forwards. So you have to stay longer in that shorter trot. Give yourself more time to correct him. Stay in the shorter trot and make him more relaxed in the pull, more rounder. Make him more relaxed in the pull. Stay in the trot. Make him complete. Stay in the trot. Exactly. Exactly. So, and then you let him go. So, and then that's the moment. Now we choose to go forward. But that is also the moment when that relaxation is there, when that relaxation becomes a little bit quicker, then we can use that for the walk. But don't let him go in the walk like in the first time. Yeah, exactly. So that must stay relaxed in that front position. With that relaxation, after a while you can make the quality of your transitions better and better. Exactly. Don't let him bring up any stiffness in the neck. Exactly. So that even on the last moment when the feeling is fine, it's still up to you if you use that preparation only for the transition in the gate. That means you just stay away for a walk, or that on the last moment you decide that the walk is okay. That must be your decision. And not that the horse